Hey everyone, it's Yvonne Emile Elizondo from Silver Moon Astrology and Transpersonal Counseling, also known as Silver Moon Counseling. And today, February 9th at 4:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, we are going to have the exact new moon in Aquarius. It is a fixed air sign. And so I wanted to give you an idea of what this energy, possibly can look like for you and some ways to use it to help you maybe become a little bit better, improve and in whatever capacity that is, and maybe how to mitigate some of this energy that we're going to be dealing with, because we do have a lot of Aquarius energy that we're going to be dealing with in February. So I am going to show you the chart as always. Let's start with that. And why am I not sharing? There we go. Okay, so this is the Aquarius new moon. Here we have this new moon, beautiful new moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is a fixed air sign. It is an air sign. And I do want to share that we do have a lot of Aquarius energy moving through. Mercury is already in Aquarius. Pluto, the big shift in Pluto, entered Aquarius on January 20th. So that was a big shift from Capricorn to Aquarius. And we have Mars will be conjuncting Pluto on Valentine's Day. It moves into Aquarius a day or two before. And then we have Venus that will conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. So this new moon is the activator, okay, of all of this Aquarius energy that we're going to be dealing with here in the month of February. And so, yeah, let's talk about Aquarius energy. Okay. Oh, before I forget. So if you are interested in learning how to work with the moon and the moon cycles, I am going to suggest this calendar. This is not a paid sponsorship. This is just my favorite calendar that I work with. And so it is the Astro Moon Diary. Make sure that if you're in the US, of course, that you order the Eastern Standard Time version. But a beautiful gal of mine, Sarah, gifted me this for my birthday this year. And so, yeah, I was really happy. So it does go into explaining the phases of the moon. I love that it's spiral bound, so it's easy to maneuver through. It gives you like the eclipse energy for the year, information about the eclipse energy for the year. I mean, there's so much information in this calendar. I can't tell you how much there is. We already went through winter solstice. It gives us the chart for that winter solstice. Oh my gosh, and look at the artwork in there. Isn't that beautiful? But here's the really cool part about this calendar diary, okay, is that here we go. Here's the new moon, right? So it gives you the different phases of the moon each day. And then I know it's too small, but it gives you the aspects or how the moon is connecting to each of the planets on that particular day. So that's super awesome. And then, for example, for this new moon is on the 9th. It is the Aquarius new moon. Here we go. You have your new moon wishes. Okay, so this is a great way to sit and meditate and set your intentions for the new moon. It also has it for the, look, and then it has like a little blurb in there. It also has it for the full moon. All right, but I absolutely love this calendar. For example, this is the month of February. It gives you all this information. I mean, this is just a fantastic planner diary if you are interested in working with the moon phases. Okay, so back to Aquarius energy. So Aquarius is a fixed air sign. Air refers to more of that mental capacity, communication, writing, thinking, talking. Okay, so it is very mentally oriented. And so Aquarius energy for me has always been like that. It's like a savvy, sophisticated stainless steel, right? It's like cool, calm, collected, and it's distant, but just enough to be mysterious. So I've always felt like Aquarius energy is more of that mysterious type of energy for me. Anyways, you might interpret Aquarius energy differently than I do, and that's okay. But Aquarius is ruled by Saturn traditionally, which is the ruler that I tend to follow is Saturn. Uranus, okay, or Uranus, I don't know, Uranus is more of an influencer for this Aquarius energy. So the two signs that are ruled by Saturn are Capricorn and Aquarius. Now, Aquarius energy, because it is very mentally oriented, is really more in tuned to processes, establishing structure and foundation, where when it comes to more of the mental thinking communication approach, it's how it connects externally is what we're looking for with Aquarius. Unlike Capricorn, who sticks very much to establishing foundation and structure in the material world, okay, Aquarius is very much about doing that in the mental world. So if you know any Aquarius people, they probably tend to want to know the plans way ahead of time, okay, not necessarily risk-taking type of energy. There has to be like this mental process that Aquarius energy filters its experience through. And so when we have this new moon, the new moon is about setting those new intentions for the lunar month, right? It's the beginning of a cycle. It's when we can sit with ourselves and explore what it is that we want to accomplish for this lunar cycle. And in Aquarius, I would suggest that this is very much about taking a look at the way that you connect within yourself. Okay, the communication, how you're communicating with yourself, how you're talking to yourself, how you are expressing yourself, especially when it comes to writing. Okay, maybe when it comes to creating, that story for yourself about what you want to accomplish for this lunar month, right? But it's also about how you are influencing or interjecting or participating with the collective, with the outside world. And so what I mean by this is Aquarius energy is kind of interesting because it is a very influencing type of energy. It likes to influence the collective. It likes to influence groups and people outside of themselves, but they don't always want to be a part of that group, right? So there's kind of like this, I see you, I'm going to participate, but I'm going to hang out over here. I'm going to be in the corner over here. That's the Aquarius energy. And that's kind of the feel with Aquarius, because Aquarius is very much considered the genius, okay? The outside of the box thinker. It is the energy that goes beyond the bounds of Saturn. So Saturn, because it does, it is the rulership of both Capricorn and Aquarius. Capricorn is bound in by the bounds of Saturn. Okay, everything, it's tradition, it's history, it's status quo. Aquarius, though, is everything outside of that Saturn boundary. It's how can we break the rules? How can we create something different? How can we establish new processes, new frameworks, new structures? How can we make things better? And that's really what Aquarius energy is really looking for. And so Aquarius represents, because it is influenced by Uranus, it does represent technology. It represents, for example, AI. It represents all of those tools, okay, that we can use to enhance our capabilities. So it is very oriented to interstellar, okay, extraterrestrial, UFOs, conspiracy theories, okay. It is very much in tune to that kind of energy. It's like, what is outside of the bounds of the material world? How can we get into the cosmic thinking genius, right? So if you, I mean, for example, Albert Einstein, right? A lot of these geniuses and a lot of these artistic, individuals, healers even, right? When they have a download, okay, so to speak, they create these images and these tools and these ingenious ways of thinking in their heads, and then they make it manifest into the real world. And that's very much an Aquarius type of vibe. So what can we do with this Aquarius energy for this new moon? Well, I would say, it is squaring that Uranian energy, okay? And so you may feel during this time that maybe there's more instability in, between your body and your mind. You may have this kind of disconnect. I know I'm feeling it a whole bunch, for sure. So it could also pertain to the nervous system, right? Because it pertains to Uranus, and the sign of Taurus is very much oriented to the nervous system, okay? Because the Taurus represents the body, Uranus represents the electrical system, so to speak, the nervous system. So you may find that during this time around this new moon, you might be a little bit more sensitive, and maybe your nervous system, your threshold isn't as available as it might otherwise be. You might find that your emotions are a little bit more, I don't want to say unstable, but maybe a little bit more sensitive. Maybe you're a little bit more reactive, essentially, right? And so you may want to start to, I am saying may a lot, right? Okay, you want, because I don't like to tell people what to do. That's why I say may, right? Because I don't want to say, hey, you do need to be doing this. You should do this. It's more like you may want to consider this, right? That's a fluff. It's a fluff. Okay. So where was I? Yes. This Aquarius energy, because it is very oriented to the mind. It's about communication, right? It's about writing. It's about it's about our thinking processes. For this new moon, it may prompt you to reconsider how you are thinking about things, okay? How you are considering specific, situations in your life or relationships in your life. Because Aquarius energy is very much about communication in the mind, it may be a great time to reconsider, okay, or to evaluate or to analyze, because Aquarius energy really likes to do that. It is associated with the mind, so it does like data. It does like to do research. It does like to find creative and different ways of engaging with the world. And so maybe that's what this new moon is really about for you, is taking the opportunity to reconsider, evaluate, and maybe change up how you are approaching your role within the collective, or your role within a specific group, or your role within your job, okay, or your relationship. Or you may also want to reconsider how people are communicating with you or connecting with you, right? I know that I haven't been great about keeping in touch with my family from Mexico, right? My cousins and my aunts and my uncles. I haven't been great at doing that. And so for this new moon, and there's no excuse. There's no excuse. I know I'm a bad, bad, bad family member. But for this new moon, one of my intentions is to reconnect with them. And again, reconnecting in a way that involves technology, okay, but it's also about communication. And so that's one of my intentions for this new moon. So what does this new moon mean for you, right? Aquarius energy is asking you to think outside of the box, and it doesn't just pertain, to processes, right, or lists, or how you're going to do things. It really is asking you to step outside of your psychosocial, perspective, right? Your psyche is asking you to do something during this new moon, right? And essentially what it is truly asking you to do is, hey, how are you showing up? And how can you show up, in a way that's going to elevate, okay, your ability to connect with others while still maintaining, your sense of individuation, or your sense of your own integrity, right? That may be challenged during this new moon. And so there's this kind of balance with Aquarius again, where it's about balancing the collective, okay, the people, networking in groups, but it's also about maintaining your sense of space, your sense of, individuality. So there may be this, struggle during this new moon, and those emotions might start to become unsettled, but it's that unsettling of those emotions that really help us grow. Hate when people say that, and I just did, right? It's like, well, you don't grow unless it's painful. I don't want to grow anymore. Ugh, I'm done growing. I'm good. I'm good right here. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Anyways, so this is the kind of energy that we might be dealing with this Aquarian energy. So again, journaling is probably a great time. Making a list for yourself. Aquarius is very much about lists, and just sitting, automatic writing. If you haven't done automatic writing, it's actually kind of cool. And that's when you sit with yourself, maybe get into a meditative state, grab yourself a journal, and then just start writing whatever is coming through. I would close my eyes. I don't even look at what I'm writing. Sometimes it's a bunch of, nonsense, right? But sometimes as you're going through the process, you get some really clear insights during that meditative practice. So this is a great time to do some automatic writing. And yeah, that's about it. AI is really big when it comes to Aquarius. Again, so are extraterrestrials and UFO information. And February is going to be the catalyst, and this new moon is a catalyst for more of that Aquarian energy that I will be talking about in the next video, because it is very active during Valentine's Day. So that's it. Okay, I am done. I hope everyone has a beautiful Aquarius new moon. And if you want to learn more about your chart or maybe learn more about astrology in general, I do offer astrology individual courses, lessons, and I am working with a group of beautiful women, and we are doing all things astrology here lately, and it's been a lot of fun. So if you're interested in that, let me know. You can find me at silvermooncounseling.org. That's silvermooncounseling.org. And that is it, everyone. Take care and blessed be.